is officially our 30th game. It's been a long ride. We were great until recently. Recently we struggled. I don't remember if we've lost recently a lot or what the case may be. But give me a second. I'm trying to. Give me 1 second. Give me one. Alright, bet. I can't remember if we lost with the Steelers or not. No, I don't think we did. I think we ended up beating the 49ers. I think. I don't remember. I think. He's going to win this ball. There's no way he doesn't. Actually, there's no way he wins it that way. Yeah. Under. So we're here with the Texans. We have 3 more teams. Oh, okay. He
Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Let's go.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
I think I want to bake on the run here.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Let's go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Go.
The first carry for Leonard Fournette.
Fournette's just
and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important third down is. Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seahawks. I think we lost with the Seahawks. I'm pretty sure.
From the 40 now on second down. Foles. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Foles. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
That's the reason why he would. Triple. I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're going to try and throw.
Good.
Bananas Westbrook complete. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Gonna bank. He's running again.
13. 41's the mic. Check. 41.
On 2nd and 9.
Okay, that was
and connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
How to figure out.
Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Leonard Fournette. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions,
if he passes,
I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We're scoreless after 1.
Okay.
Hey, 41's mic. Mike. 4-1's Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
From the 24, Foles under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
They're going to switch up our defense.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
I wouldn't if I were him, and it's been working. Unless he comes on a shotgun, then I don't think Fournette has the speed to go 3rd and 15 if he runs it, so I can bank on that. Let's do it. He's actually going to call a timeout right here. Or he's going to take the 5. Oh, wow.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Trying to figure out something to do, I'm guessing. Okay, yeah.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Where's it at? All right, that.
Here's Foles. The open man is Westbrook.
I see Westbrook.
And this will not get close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the 26. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt.
He made it, right? Yeah.
And Lambo will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
I gotta try this freaking G4.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off.
Not my favorite, definitely.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
So I believe Deshaun Watson has escape artist and is it Dead Eye? No, passing Dead Eye. No, Lead Elite or what? I forget what it's called. Pass Lead Elite is what it is, or is it Anchor? Allied Anchor or whatever it's called.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stay with your man. Put it going down, he's coming. 44 Mike, 44 Mike. Check. Watch his flare.
Watson now to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I don't think he's going to have the team to beat me. I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's that good. Well,
Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. One that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Thank you.
Watson. That's complete once again to Hopkins. That's good for 28 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Watson looks to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Let's go. If he's going to just do that swing type thing again, it's going to be rough because I'm going to probably use her. I'm not going to. Yeah, I could.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points.
I should have been thinking. I deserve that.
Intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
First guy
the Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 3rd and 2. Watson. He's going to have the hook up to QT. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
It should space him enough.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson looking for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick.
Okay, we're going to make this a second.
A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Actually, this might. Actually, no. I want him to do it. Actually, yeah, I want him to go here. I want him to go here. This should work, right?
Now Watson.
Yep.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. But I think the ball's out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Foles. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end. But now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come.
Wow,
open his swing, the tight end. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
It's annoying, dude. I hate
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run. As we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Actually, no.
Second and 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
This is what I want.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it again with Hyde.
Let's go. Great.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Maybe. Yeah. Right? Yeah. No.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson.
No, I thought I picked. No, I didn't.
And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Watson on 1st down. He finds Hopkins complete. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins.
I wanted to do that the last play, but I was like,
and the Texans push further out in front.
sure it works.
Correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. Foles now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Foles throw taken in by the tight end Swain. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Let's see.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. A good pickup there at 22. Foles now, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Watson. Completes it to Miller. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs.
Another first down. Let's go.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him back.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Foles. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Somebody's confidence is running.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Okay. I'm going to play that game, huh? But
the Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. 56.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Sometimes you just got to outthink your opponent.
Give the first man through Gillespie in the fullback. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. Calais Campbell on the stop. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Low-key got locked up. I ain't gonna lie.
Down to an E goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you? Because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game,